Brandon Tsay had not slept. As he lay in the quiet bedroom of his childhood home, he tried to wrap his head around the previous night. He had disarmed a mass shooter, aided police investigators for hours and finally returned home, only to find himself wide awake when he crawled into bed. I was still trying to contemplate what had just happened to me. What had I just done? The 26-year-old replayed the events, hearing the click of metal when a stranger entered his family's Alhambra dance studio, staring into the armed man's empty, menacing eyes, wresting the gun away. The shock and despair as news spread of the massacre that had occurred just a few miles away. He had no idea how those seconds wrestling with the gunman would change his life. Within hours, reporters were camped outside his house. His phone exploded with calls, texts and emails. President Biden phoned, thanking him for his bravery. He appeared on ABC's Good Morning America and in the New York Times. Governor Gavin Newsom visited him in person, as did news anchor Lester Holt, who interviewed him for the NBC Nightly News. Then the invitation arrived for Tuesday's State of the Union address. It has been a lot to take in for a young man who prefers playing League of Legends with friends and building personal computers to public speaking, someone his family said always placed them ahead of himself, was devoted to his mother through the cancer that eventually killed her in work night. Disarming the gunman happened naturally, he said. What happened next was surreal. Having those reporters outside, mobs of them, constantly asking me, "Hey, can you talk about it? What happened that night? What was the guy like? How did you deal with this situation?" Tsay recalled. It was just reliving a trauma,